Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an automated product tagging app for a Shopify store using Gadget. So this is their tutorial and we are going to follow the instruction. First, let's create the Gadget app and connect to Shopify. So we need to create a new app in our Shopify partner. So I will go and create a new app manually, and I will name it Wixop product tagger. You can name it whatever you want. Okay, once our app is created, we need to go to the Gadget and create a new app, and this time we are going to create the Shopify app. Click next, and I will name it Wixop product tagger, and I will choose JavaScript, and it will take few seconds and our app will be ready. So we need to connect this Gadget app with our Shopify partner. So we need to click on connect to Shopify, and then we are going to paste the client ID, which we can grab from here and paste that over here. And similarly, we need client secret, and we will paste that here. Then click on continue, and this time we are going to select the scope product because we are going to read and write product in the Shopify. Once we select these scopes, these webhooks are automatically subscribed. So whenever there is a change in the product and there is a product delete, update or create, we will be notified. So I will confirm, and now we need to copy these URLs and add back to in our Shopify partner app, and I will paste that over here, and similarly copy this callback URL and paste that over here and save and release. Now our Shopify app is connected with Gadget. I will click close, and now we need to install this app in one of our Shopify store. So I will select the store from here and install this app. So I will select this Wixop checkout, and it is going to install in my store, and these are the permissions they're asking. Our app will view and edit the store data of the products, so I'm okay with that. I install the app, and once the app is installed, let's go back to the instruction, and then we will add a new model for the keywords. So in Gadget, I will go to the models and click on the plus icon and add a new model and name it keywords. For the keywords, we are going to name it allowed tags. So I will copy this and create the model in the Gadget app, allowed tags. Once you create the model, you will see the schema, data and actions. So in this schema we need to create one field that is called keyword. So I will copy, I'll create a new field keyword, keyword, and that will be a string. And next, create allow tags. Okay, keyword and allow tags. And next, if you go to the data model, you will see we have a table over here, and in the action, if you go to the create, you will see we have a JavaScript, React and GraphQL queries. And if you click on the GraphQL and click on the run action, it will give us a playground where we can add few tags in our model, which is allowed tag. So let me add a shirt. If I execute this, and you will see we have a shirt keyword. And if I go back in the model and data, and you can see we have a new record of shirt. Let me add a couple more, and this time sweater, and next one is pant. So let's close this and go back to the Gadget app and reload the database, and you will notice we will have few more records in our table. Now we have 3 records in our table. Let's go back to the instruction, and in the Shopify product model, there is action folder and create.js. Let's copy this and replace that file. And if you go here, and you will see we have a create file, and I will replace that with this one. Next, okay, next they're saying we need to create a new file in the Shopify product. So I will go, I'm sorry, we placed the code in the wrong file, so let's undo that and go to the Shopify product and click on the create, and let's copy this one again. Copy that and paste that over here. And now we need to create a new file, utils.js, and we will create a new file over here and name it util.js, and then we will copy this and paste the code over here. Next, we are going to replace the code again. Copy this one and go back in the create file again and replace the code again. This time we are calling the utils from here, and I think we don't need one, we need only this one. So create, because our file exists in Shopify product folder, so we need to go back only once. Okay, next, update. In the product update of function, we need to copy this and add the code in the update.js file, and then we need to give the permission in the access control. So I will go to the permission, access control, permissions, and in the bottom, okay, over here we need to select all these so our Shopify app user can read our allow tag model. Next, build a Shopify Admin frontend. So we need to go to the web route index.jsx, copy this one and go to the web routes index.js and replace the code over here. And then finally we are going to test our app. So I will go to my store and click on the apps and click on the product Wixo product tagger, and it will load our app. So now you can see we have all the keywords which we added over there. We can add the new keyword like shirt, sweater, men, women, and these tags are being added in our gadget database as well. As you can see, we have new tags men and women. So this is working great. Now let's try to add a new product, and if any of the product description will take which have any of the text, that tag will be added automatically. So let's create the new product, and let's say we have a shirt, and in the description this is a shirt, and let's save that. And once we save the product, a shirt tag will be added in the product. So reload the product and let's see. Okay, we don't have the tags yet. Let's go back to the logs and see what we are okay, utils, because we don't have this path is incorrect. So we'll go to the update, and we'll go to the update of the Shopify product model, and we will fix this. Okay, now let's try to update the product again. This is shirt and add the dot and reload the product. And now you see we have a shirt tag automatically added. Now let's try to add another product, and I will create let's say this is a sweater, and I save this product, and now I'm going to add the description. This is a sweater, and save this. And if I reload the page, a sweater tag will be added automatically, and you can see we have a sweater tag that is added automatically in our. So this is how the automated product tagger working with the gadget. Very easy, very simple. You can make the Shopify app very quickly. So let's go to the code quickly so you can understand what is happening behind the scenes. So we have util file. In the util file, we fetch the allowed tags, then we find the those tags and match with the product description. If that match, then we make the GraphQL query with this Shopify.GraphQL. This is an app module which we have over here. Shopify app, this one, Shopify API node. So it send the API request to our store, and then add the new tags instantly when we match the product tags with the product description. So I hope this will help you to create Shopify apps quickly with the Gadget. Gadget is a very good framework for building the Shopify apps. Please let me know if you have any question. Thank you very much.